Do you come from a musical family?
I do. My mother was a professional musician. She was an oboe player, oboe professor at the Royal Academy of Music, and my father was a doctor, but he was a decent amateur pianist. So, yeah, I grew up in a very musical household. You know, I've changed careers a few times, but yes, largely as a producer. But I began as an artist originally.
Right. Does it help to be having been an artist to be a producer?
Yes, absolutely.
In what way?
Well, you know what kind of things a producer can say or do that are annoying, and what kind of things a producer can say or do that are helpful. You know, you've been on both ends of the glass, as it were, both sides of the glass. So, I think it's helpful. Yes, it gives you a better perspective.
When you see an artist, what can make him a star? Like, what is the magic? Is it the sound, or is the marketability? What's more?
No, it's not marketability.
Right.
At least it hasn't been for me, luckily. I mean, it's an issue, of course, but no. I mean, the rare times that I've been sure, like the first time I ever heard James Taylor, you know, for example, whom I kind of found, as it were, I knew right away it was everything. It was the singer, the songs, you know, the way he played, everything about it just struck me as remarkably better than everything else I was listening to at the time.
How important is for a recording artist to write their own music?
That's really unanswerable. It depends who they are. I mean, some people writing their own music is a very part of who they are. You know, which is the case of someone like James or Neil Young or Joni Mitchell. You know, what they write is who they are. But in the case of great singers who sing other people's music, like Barbra Streisand or Diana Ross or Cher or, for example, Frank Sinatra, it matters not at all that they don't write their own music because they make it their own.
Are any artists of today, of the pop, that you relate to, or
oh yes,
you enjoy the?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So it's not of a different generation.
Oh no, I'm not one of those. Oh, they don't write songs like that anymore. Brigade. No, I think there's some people now like Bruno Mars and a few others who are astoundingly good in every respect.
What are you working on now?
I'm just actually making an album with Steve Martin and Edie Brickell, banjo and vocals. They wrote these genius songs together, which are amazingly good, and we've just been in the process of recording them here in New York, and they're great. It's going to be a great record. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in the world without love.
Could you tell me what you thought of the evening?
Well, I thought it was quite a revelation. I had never seen Peter before. Didn't know much about him, I must confess. But this was really riveting and a real education in the sense of history, going through the years and discovering those wonderful songs and where they came from, and the fact that he was witness to most of the originals, and the fact that he is such a producer as a young man. You know, when he did all this with Taylor and worked with the Beatles and lived with them, basically, and he was just a kid himself, so that they had the confidence in him, and he had the confidence in himself to not only be a great performer along with his partner, but to be a producer. This is really something else, and it's just great to see him carrying on like this and giving us all a history lesson, and a beautiful one at that. Thank you.
Could you tell me what you thought of the evening?
I loved it, and I have to say, I saw it last year when he was here, and I told everybody about it. I told Tony about it. I was like, you have to see this. I was with people last night. I was raving about it. I think he is so brilliant, and I love to see the old pictures. I love to hear the old stories. It's just an incredible evening. It's like a history of rock and roll music.